Hey, welcome back, friends. I'm here in Middlebury, Indiana to show you guys something very, very cool. This is the new LVT from Grand Design. We're going to go through the exterior today. We're going to go through the interior. This is a very cool unit. They've got a ton of upgrades over your standard van, transit, RV. Today I'm going to show it to you. Hope you stick around.
Today's video is brought to you by RVmattress.com, a Brooklyn bedding brand.
Our family has enjoyed Brooklyn bedding mattresses for nearly 3 years. We loved it and feel confident you will as well.
This particular model is called the Dream Foam Essential, which is their budget-friendly option. We've been very happy with this model, with its comfort and its durability.
With your RV mattress by Brooklyn Bedding, you get a 120-night sleep trial and a limited lifetime warranty.
For our family, the RV is our place to recharge for the next day. A comfortable night's rest is important, not only for mom and dad, but for the kiddos too.
Thank you, RV Mattress by Brooklyn Bedding, for sponsoring today's video. After this video, head on over to rvmattress.com/wondering and get 30% off your next mattress using code WONDERING.
All right, let's hop back into today's video.
Hey guys, I'm quite certain you've seen enough of my face. Let's take a look at the exterior, just kind of broad view of the exterior. I thought they've done a good job making this look like a nice, rugged, capable unit. You're seeing some numbers up on the screens for your capacities, your tank capacities, etc. But this is, they've done a good job. I just finished a walkthrough with the product manager, Stefan, here at Grand Design. And there's a lot to talk about here. I'll see if I can cover all of it. You know, normally we do towables, but this thing is really, really cool. And when they asked me to come up, I said, absolutely. I'd love to shoot this thing. I've known about this project for quite a while, but they finally come into fruition. They've done a lot of things that are new and unique in the van world. Let's get started. Now I think what we should talk about first as far as exterior is concerned is you're going to have two different options here. Right now you can see the roof rack up here. That is going to be your standard option. You can also option a pop top, and I'm showing you a little B-roll of that. So if you've got a family of four, family of three, four, yeah, you'll have an option in the van world. I love that because we're a family of four. This is all-wheel drive. Got a Raptor front grille. They have rhino lined the bottom, I don't know, what is that? The bottom sixth of this unit, rhino lined, protect you from, you know, dirt, grime, mud, all that fun stuff. You can see your running boards here. You've got driver's side and then the full length of your passenger side as well. KO2s for your upgraded tires. You've got coil springs in the front, leaf springs in the back. I mentioned this is all-wheel drive. I'm going to open this thing up. I love all of the windows in this. You can see they've done custom molded exterior panels there. That's going to give you a full length bed in the rear of this unit. I love that. And also it just makes it look kind of mean, and I mean that in a good way. There's your full length running board on this side. Girard awning. Now you can option these with a solar awning as well. I think the solar awning gives you around 700, 720 watts of solar charging there. I don't think this one has one, but I think you'll be able to option that. You can see those custom molded panels again. I'm not sure about which graphic packages they will offer. Probably going to be pretty similar to this. You know, the van folks, plain is good, and I think, again, when everything's black and gray, I think it looks pretty darn mean. You've got your rack back here with your custom spare tire mount. We'll get up on the roof here in just a second. You can see your lights here in the back. I forgot to mention, let's go back to the front. I'm just walking you around as if we were both looking at this together. You can see your light bar there. I think you're also going to have an option of a powered light bar. You know, apparently some states you have to cover this up. So with a powered light bar, it'll just flip around, and yeah, you'll be good to go. You'll be staying legal with your light bar. This is a nice big skylight right here. We'll see that once we go in. We've already been on this side of the unit. Let's go to the business end of things. And again, I'm going to open this thing up. I'm just giving you a nice overview how it looks going down the road. Here's some of your hookup stuff going on right here. So of course you've got your power hookup there. That's your stop for your door. That's freshwater fill here. You're going to have an outside shower here. All right, I'll show you how that works in just a second. But in here, gonna open both of those. Here's your cassette toilet access. You're gonna have 5 gallons of black available. Now you might have noticed down here, this is just a gray dump. So now I asked them why couldn't they make this a little smaller. That's a code thing. So, and most people have this size hose as well, but yeah, that's a code thing there. But you can see, I'm gonna show you some B-roll as well. You can see your braided lines here, brass fittings, copper, I mean, they spared no expense with the plumbing in these units, and I really love that. This is your outside shower here that hooks right there. It just plugs in and turns, and that turns right on. But that's your cassette toilet. You know, nice thing about a cassette toilet, you can dump it at a rest station, you can at home in your toilet, you know, they're very convenient. Not a ton of capacity, of course, but they are convenient. There you go, guys. Well, let's go to the fun part. I'm gonna open this up and show you what it looks like camping. So I wanted to make sure and get you on top of this roof to show you the solar panel here. 2 solar panels are gonna come standard here. You have the option of adding 2 more on this unit. Now this isn't the pop top, of course. You do have solar options on the pop top, just not quite as much. But you can see here on your back rack, you got these tie downs back here. Very, very functional. All right, here we go. All opened up in camping mode. And you can see nice big Girard awning. I think this is an 11-foot awning. And it extends. Gosh, it has to extend almost that much. Oh, Girard are some of the best awnings in the business. So they did not spare any expense there. I opened this window up to let you know if this is closed, you're gonna have nice airflow through there. And then they've even made sure to think about little things like being able to open this window if this sliding door is closed. So you've got a little picnic table out here that will also double. We'll show you this in just a second. In there is your dining table. You've got, I'm gonna back you up a little bit so I can get closer. You've got great access to your fridge right here. This is actually from Europe, so they don't even sell these in the States. They had to reach out to Europe to get this particular fridge from Thetford. And yeah, I love that you can access it from inside and outside. And even, you know, if you're riding right here, you can just turn around and pop it open. We'll go inside in just a second, showing you this stuff first. So you've got another tank fill here. You've got an electrical outlet if you want to put a little TV out here or something like that. You've got charging cables over here, USBs. And again, there's your picnic table out here and dining room table in there. Again, show you here in just a minute. Now, the bed in this unit is almost a queen size bed, full 80 inches long, so that's good. And I think 54 inches wide. So yeah, you get a nice bed here. Now this all folds up, which I'll show you this in just a minute. This is a nice storage area here. These are on heavier slides, so if you've got something heavier you want to store back here, this would be the place to do it. You'll see here in just a second, you can get to your laundry hamper right over there. Got your battery switches back here. Got your dimmer, so you can pop these off, pop them back on. Yeah, I got another outlet out here. Here you can see all of the windows, good windows for a van. I mean, nice big windows for a van, great airflow. You can see you're going from this window over to that window, good airflow here. This is a bathroom window. A lot of times you don't get those in a van. And of course, this is the dinette window here. Yeah, I just wanted to make sure to open it up for you and show it to you in camping mode. Another good look here. I mean, that'd be a nice little setup at the campground. Let's go inside. All right, as we walk inside, 2 things stood out to me about this unit. One, 20,000 BTU split AC. You can see it's ducted right up here. And then also, this bathroom is extraordinarily unique. We're going to talk about that as well, but let's not get ahead of ourselves. Let's take a look. Again, here's the fridge. All right, this does have a Firefly system, which you can control everything from your phone, but they thought it'd be a good idea if you could also have hard switches here. So you can see here's your awning in and out. Here's your water pump. Here's your fans, lights on and off. So I thought that was cool. I love this, you know, this CNC, a nice little backlit lineage badge there. Yeah. Here's your passenger seating right here. Again, this rail is going to be for your dinette table that you've seen outside already. So instead of doing the net here, they did a little bit of different bungee situation there, a little bit more secure. You've got your USB charger there, your outlet there. If you've got passengers, they're going to want to obviously charge their devices. That's how things roll these days. Captain's chair, what would be mom's chair in our situation. You can see nice little storage up there for you to use. Now, one thing I do like that they've done is they removed this. There's generally a panel right here, and now that's outside. That's not a logo on the unit. That's logo outside. But they put in this nice big sunlight. So I love now. You can't open it, but you can shade it. You got shades on both sides, of course. So if it's a hot day, you may want to close it up. But I thought that was a very, very great way of opening this unit up. You know, vans can get a little tight, so a nice way to open things up. And you still do have a couple little cubbies for, you know, odds and ends. Let me turn off this Max Air fan, which is also a feature. All right, as you exit your custom embroidered seats, a little compass there. I think that's kind of cool. You come up here to your Firefly system, and this is going to work everything from your phone. Very efficient system. These are all common in the Lineage lines. And yeah, I love that you can control your AC. It's a great way of doing things. Nice big screen. I do love some switches, but everything's going to this. And yeah, I think this is the way to go, is that Firefly system. Now, we've talked about the fridge already. Looking at this big countertop, and you'll notice this little notch right there. See that little notch right there? That is the center of your induction cooktop. Yes, it looks like there's nothing there, but there is. This is a nice cooking eye for induction type cookware. So it doesn't get hot, but you put your induction stuff here. You guys know how induction stuff works. And it's controlled right there, kind of out of the way. So, you know, if I'm standing up here, you can't really see it. But yeah, I thought that was pretty darn cool. They've put little nooks and cranny drawers all over the place in this unit. You can see this here. You can see it right here. This is, you know, this type of stuff is huge for these type of units. You even got a little sponge area back there. I think that is great. You have a little, I thought this was ingenious too. You've got a pop-up spice rack. You know, that's a difficult area to utilize, and they've done that, and I love it. And this is actually porcelain top. A little bit heavier, a little bit more expensive, but they didn't want to spare any expenses here. There's your sink, cutting board. Very unique. Let's see. So we would probably generally use it like that because we're going to use it like a kitchen sink, but you can also use it to wash fruit. I thought that was very unique, new. And then here, you've got trash can, the rest of your sponge drawer right there. All these lock, of course. And then you've got a place for little odds and ends here, and then you got your paper towel rack. It's even built out down there in the bottom. So I thought this was really, really cool. So we're in travel mode right now. I will put the bed down for you in just a second. Back here, you've got this nice workspace if you needed it. Of course, you could use the dinette up there as well as workspace. There's your little laundry hamper. Now you will access that under here. So once it fills up with clothes, it's going to bulge. Come over here, pop it out, and you're good to go. Again, you've got some USBs, and this is really fun. I'll show you that in just a second once we get into sleeping mode. But you can see me. I am almost 6'2", and I've got 6'4" headroom here. So we're good to go here, nice and tall. There's your back doors. There's your fuse panel. Now under here is going to be your water heater, furnace, etc. Drawer here. The reason that drawer is not bigger is because under here is your battery bank. Now you have one battery bank standard, you can add another. You're seeing capacities there. I can't memorize that stuff, but I can put the appropriate numbers up on the screen. You're seeing that. This can be self-sufficient if you upgrade solar, upgrade battery, you'll be rocking and rolling. Obviously this is the bottom half of your bed. A little bit of storage up there. I say a little bit, it's a decent amount. Same here. Now, let's talk about something real fun. Let's talk about this bathroom. And I think I'm gonna have to put up a tripod to show you this. Okay, as it sits, it's in travel mode, right? Well, what you do here is you'll come in, you'll just pull this, and this slides open. And now I don't know if you can see it on the screen, but there's the potty, all right? Plenty of room there. You got your window there. You've got a nice little lit medicine cabinet here. Pretty good storage there, actually. Now let's talk about the shower, because that's even cooler. You can notice this is all rolled up here. I'm about to show you how this works. All right, this is actually a removable panel. So I'm going to take this and I'm going to move this over here. There we go. And now you've got a fancy spa-looking shower. This is going to wrap all the way around. You can see the track here. And this, on this side, is going to wrap to here. And they magnetically attach. You can see the magnet here and the magnet here. They magnetically attach. And this is your shower. So I'm going to show you that in just a minute. There's your shower head integrated into the ceiling. You might not even noticed it as we were walking through, but that is your integrated shower head. Let's get in the shower and see what it looks like. Right, probably the best way to show you this is in the mirror. So you can see, I mean, I've got plenty of room all the way around me. Again, I'm almost 6'2". I've got plenty of headroom here. I'm under here taking a shower, doing what I need to do. I've got my little spots over here for shampoo, conditioner, body wash. Here's my controls here. And if I need to, you know, I'm not going to need to shave my legs anytime soon. But if Mom does, she can sit here and she's in the shower. She can shave her legs. So yeah, I think this is a extraordinarily, let me turn you around, see how that looks. Extraordinarily functional and huge shower for a van. All right, back in travel mode. And you can see how all of that just folds right up. I think that was an ingenious way of doing things. I love it. I don't want to forget your air fryer, convection oven here, microwave. Don't want to forget that. Let's set this area up for your dinette/workspace. All right, here you go in dinette/workspace mode. Now you can see this is probably about a 30-inch table here by about 18 inches this way or so. If you need more room, you pull that knob and this swings out. Let me show you that. I got to do it two-handed. All right, here we go. It's all swung out. You get probably another 1.5 feet of space on top of your original table. So you've got full width of your seating area, even a little bit more actually. And now you've got room for 2 people to eat. Again, it's going to be an eating area. It's going to be a workspace. You got plug-ins over here for a laptop if you needed to. But I thought this is a good utilization of space. You see it on other vans as well. I'm glad they did it here. To utilize the bed, super simple. You got a little latch here. And this frame comes down here. You got a little trifold right here. I'll pop that under those lights. Tuck it down. Now, can you see me over here? Let me see. I want to make sure you know there's enough room here for somebody of decent size. Again, I'm 6'2" almost, and I can lay down completely flat. There's no need for me to angle. There's no need for me to, you know, a lot of times you'll have to be like this or, you know, crunch up a little bit. I'm good to go here. This is, I love that they added these little side panels to give it that much more room. It makes it very comfortable for someone like me. Now, because they didn't come so far out with this cabinetry, I can actually sit here, crisscross applesauce, and across from the TV. Well, you're asking, well, where's the TV? It's right here. You're gonna hit this switch right here. There will be a magnetically mounted projector behind me underneath the cabinet. And you've got a 50-inch TV in an adventure van. That's pretty legit. The way that's gonna work is, like I said, magnetically mounted. They're gonna magnetically mount a projector here. And it is an autofocus and an auto-pitched projector. And you're gonna have your TV going on. So I could sit here like I'm sitting here now, and again, I can sit up. I don't have to lay down. I can actually sit up for a while if I wanted to, and have the TV going on. I think this is great for a van application. All right, the last thing we'll cover in here, it's certainly not least, is the 20K AC system. This system is generally going to be used, a split system that's generally used in like shuttle buses with 15, 20 people in it. He had it on earlier. It will freeze you out. It's going to be more than enough to take you through Death Valley or wherever you want to go. You know, a lot of times these things struggle cooling off. This unit will not do that. They're able to duct it here. You can see that. You've also going to have a duct. If you do the pop top, you'll have a couple of ducts that go up into the pop top. That's a huge deal if you're summer camping. I love that they put too much AC, and I mean that in a good way, too much AC in this unit. All right, guys, there you go. What do you think? The LVT1 from Grand Design. This is their new adventure van. I think they've done a great job. You know, we don't do a lot of vans on the channel. I'm glad I came up here to see this one. Guys, I hope you're doing great up there. I hope you guys are being safe. Thank you so much for subscribing, watching. We really do appreciate it. See ya.